there is an awakening, there's a 180-degree shift, and we've got to start recognizing that it has to do with the energies that we put out. When you see things happening to a specific group of people, you'll know that it is because they put that same energy out. Now, I want to go into something that you're seeing now. All right, and I'll go into some other things deeper as well. But when you look at, for example, the WNBA, all right, and what's going on with that. Now, the year before Caitlin Clark entered into the WNBA, there was males, and I told you, men will give women a hard time. And I would see them all the time. They would be talking about the WNBA because you got the women, they're upset because they're like, we deserve more money, we need a raise, and we need to be paid more. And you know, you got these men saying, well, you don't deserve to be, because nobody's watching you. And then they run these videos while they're talking so negatively about the WNBA. And again, I've said this before, I don't blame them, but they would run these highlights or lowlights, you know, of the WNBA players playing, and it's just really, really, really bad basketball. It doesn't look like a good product at all. And you know, they would be saying these negative things, and nobody's watching you, and nobody cares about your league, and no, you know, just all kind of negative things that they could possibly say. Well, now here's this shift, and you might think, well, it's just happenstance, that doesn't mean anything. I need you to pay attention, because it's in your face. This is just one of them. You're just thinking, oh, it's just basketball, there's nothing. But now it's at the point where, oh, the NBA now is suffering with low ratings. Nobody wants to watch. It's boring. And then now you got the women doing the same thing the men were doing. They are running lowlights of the NBA game. And they're calling the NBA the MNBA, as in the Men's National Basketball Association. Because now the women's league is getting all of the hype now. The player that is most known when we're talking about basketball, really in sports, period, Caitlin Clark, she's getting all of the press. And if you just think this is just, oh, that's just WNBA, guess again. Guess again. That's just an indicator is what that is. That is an indicator of this shift that is happening. All right? When you look at government and people awakening, again, I say to you, now people are starting to understand, oh, well, this United States and all this voting is mess, is garbage. They're starting to awaken. This is a shift. The people are starting to recognize, oh, wait a minute. I don't have to be under this so-called jurisdiction. And these people are quasi-government, as in fake. That's what quasi means. You think it's happenstance? It's not. It's an awakening. This is a spiritual shift. You just think, oh, well, you know, just stuff just happened. That's how you know it's spiritual. And the problem is, you know, this is why we go into this on this channel about, you know, the fact that this is a spiritual dimension and what's really going on. And then you can see how real it is and how true what I'm saying is the way I'm getting attacked. I don't get attacked like this when I talk about, like I said, the nonsensical things. They could care less. But the minute I start telling you about who you are as a spiritual entity, well, somebody get ready to throw some packages. the signal is gonna get weak. It's okay, I see you. But this won't be stopped. This won't be stopped as I get ready to close out. My other point is this. You have to be cognizant of the things that you're saying. This is why I bring up the WNBA and how things have switched and how fast it happened. How fast it has happened. Oh, NBA was all that just last year. Oh, it was the NBA, it's the NBA, it's the... And now it's totally flipped. And they were the same mess that they were talking is the same mess that the men are getting and about to get even more of now. When we're talking about, once again, government and versus the people, there's a shift. And even when we're talking about melanated people and your rise up, please be respectful to everybody. Because you know how they say, the same people you step on your way up are the ones who you're going to meet on your way back down. Be respectful to everybody. Because, again, we're all connected. Where's my universal law chart? We're all one. Law of oneness. And we got to understand that whenever you're putting out an energy and whatever you're doing to someone else, you're really only doing it to yourself. And there is a shift, whether you recognize it or not. My purpose here today is to tell you to show respect at all times in this shift that is coming. Whether you are male and you feel like you're getting a shorter end of the stick, or you're a woman and you feel like, oh, you're ready to be in charge, show respect at all times, because you will be back in the same place again. And I'm saying to you, you don't have to do this again, as long as you show respect and love, because whatever you put out has got to come back. So if you're showing respect and love to those people who get ready to be on their way down in a place where they don't feel too comfortable, when you meet them again, and you're going to meet them again, it's going to be love always. I want to hear your comments in the comment section. Let me know your thoughts, your questions, your experiences. I want to hear them. And I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Remember, we're here because we have information that we've been given the task of putting out. I hope you guys are finding it well and you're using it to help enhance your life. You can't be a slave when you have knowledge. But as soon as you're ready to rise up and gain the knowledge, then you can put an end to all of this, whatever suffering you think you have. All right, you can put an end to it when you gain knowledge. All right, I want y'all to know I love you. I'm Diva Laree. I'm going to get up out of here. We're going to see you all hopefully next Friday, and we're going to find a way to keep folks from interfering with the transmission. Diva Laree, I'm out. I love y'all. Give me a hug. Give me a hug. Bye-bye.